So, right now, at this exact moment, I'm going to tell you how to manage your anxiety. Now, manage is kind of a weird word to say, but um, I think I have anxiety. I haven't been diagnosed by a doctor, but we all experience symptoms of it, and we experience it from time to time. So, I would define it as like excessively worrying about something over like a long period of time. It doesn't even have to be a long period. It's just like negative thought patterns about a certain subject, and it definitely suppresses your emotions, and it suppresses any sense of common sense or logic, I think. So, because of this, it's very hard to get out of that thought pattern because you're thinking the same thing over and over again, but the anxiety is what stops you from solving the problem because it um, inhibits your I don't know the word, your capability to use common sense and logic. It inhibits that. So it's very hard to get out of that thought pattern by yourself. Usually what happens for me is an outside external source or force stops it. Like, I don't know, I just get distracted by like other people pretty much because they text me or my mom walks in the room, and that distracts me from it, and then I don't really think about it again. So basically, the main problem with it is that, well, two problems. You keep thinking the same negative thoughts over and over again, so recurring thought patterns that don't stop until you stop it yourself or something else does. And um, suppresses your logic and common sense, which stops you from fixing it yourself. That's how I would describe it. So, I kind of came across this solution for it by accident. I was sitting right here and I was writing about all the things I was stressed about. Can't read you it because the webcam takes up the whole screen, or I would, but I was very anxious, and anxiety takes away all of your energy. So you have no energy to fix it, which fucks you over even more. But how I managed to change my thought pattern, I didn't really do it on purpose, like at all, it just kind of happened. I was listening to Soundgarden, and I was kind of just like sitting here thinking about it over and over again, whatever. And then the music caused me to space out. Like, most people, when they tell you how to manage your anxiety, they're like, oh, clear your mind. That does not work. Because if you consciously try to clear your mind, you're going to think of what you're trying to clear your mind from, which is whatever problem you have, and then that brings the problem back into your mind to be thought about. So that doesn't work. That's fucking stupid. What they should say is space out. Because when you space out, you have no thoughts in your head. So that means that any stimuli your brain could pick up on. So it's not clearing your mind is avoiding one thought, in my opinion, whereas spacing out is giving your mind the opportunity to respond to any stimuli that's in your environment, which could be the same problem as you were thinking about before, but it's just something to try. If it is the same problem that you think about again, then you didn't space out enough. I would recommend Soundgarden to listen to, because They're very like calming and they go with the flow. They're not like out there or anything. Another way to deal with anxiety is to distract yourself from becoming anxious, because the more you think about it, the more energy is wasted. So you don't want to be wasting all your energy on something that that does not mean much to you. That just doesn't even make sense. But um, extreme anxiety could take over your whole mind and body, and it takes conscious recognition to change it, because you need to realize this is taking over and I need to change this right now, because I don't want to be living in this mentality anymore. So another thing I would practice doing is noting your symptoms of it, and then when they do occur, consciously realize it and try to do something to change it. Go do something you like. I don't know, it's kind of hard to do that, because until you get rid of that thought that you're anxious about, you feel like you can't do anything else until it has disappeared. So that's why I think spacing out is good, because spacing out, you just have nothing on your mind. And it gets rid of the thought, so it's just something to try, and that's my advice.